Live in the afternoon, it's Courtney. Does she know that she's here? But look at those ankle socks. Hey, I want your money. Give me your money. I want your money. I need to learn how to read. I'm so keep shopping. I like jostled my bosoms out of place. I did not do it! That sounds like me when I play the recorder. You can't tell the difference, can you? But being gay. Whoops. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Babbling Courtney Brooke, where I babble my brains out or something. 1 second. Okay. Anyway, so we got some things to talk about. I was obsessively watching the Karen Reed trial, and I have to say, I can't really fully understand what the hell is going on. We're talking to an expert witness about all the cell phone data, about the steps being taken and the searches and all this stuff. It's woo. I don't know. This never should have gone to trial. Not the first time, not the second time. My God. Anyway, let's say hello to everybody. We're not going to talk about the Karen Reed trial today, oddly enough. But before we get into what I do plan on talking about, let's say hello to everybody. Courtney Russ. Hey, Courtney, good news. I'm still alive. Fever peaked at about 105.4. Yikes. Apparently, I was tripping really hard, but was still with it enough to call a friend over to make me an ice bath. Okay, so last time I said that was how Jim Henson died. Today, I'm going to tell you, again, be careful because this is how Anna Nicole Smith died. Okay, so we just, please, I don't like where this is going. Carrie R, hello, and Breathe Booker, hello, and Saw, hello, and Michael, hello. Deranged Lunatic, hello, and AV Tom. Bud Bedenser, hello. RPC. That's right, that's right. Vengeance Demon, hello, hello. I'll let the dogs know that you say hello. They're right on that side of the wall. Colton, Courtney, I need more of your elder millennial wisdom. Well, maybe. Old Nerdy, hello. It's good to see you. Wally, what's up? Bad but answer. Jim Henson, man, I miss the kind of movie. Oh, man. Listen, we can't talk about him too much or else I will start sobbing uncontrollably. Oddly enough, Jim Henson and 9/11 have something in common. The surprise mention of them will make me start crying. It's looking good today. Thank you. I haven't worn this shirt in a long time, so I thought, you know what? Let's pop it on and see what happens. Let's see here. Let me. Bookmarks, 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 bookmarks. Every time I use Twitter on my desktop, the bookmarks part moves. Okay, so we're going to start off with some cute stuff, of course. Or let's say hello to our friend. I need to unbookmark some of these things. Yeah, like that can go. We have to celebrate our differences. Do, 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 do. Oh yeah, she's buried deep. Okay, you guys. Forest Mommy, hello. Courtney, who do you think is going to be the new pope? My vote's on Kanye. I'm hoping it's Pierre Battista Pizzaballa. That's who I'm hoping for. And I hope that he goes by Pope Hilarious. It's my prayer. Okay, everybody, one in the chat if something like this would be of interest to you, okay? Weezer bassist Scott Schreiner, his wife was shot by the cops and booked for attempted murder. One in the chat if that is something that you guys would want to talk about. Because I've had this saved since April 9th. And I just keep like, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to talk about it. So until then.
It is one. And Judge, it sounds like just one witness. We're asking for sequestration, but that may be a moot point.
All right.
It is one witness, Your Honor.
We're off the record.
Oh, man. Okay.
We're asking for sequestration, but that may be a moot point.
All right.
It is one.
What are you gonna do? Just another Wednesday here in court. I need to start linking some of these like side quest videos in the Discord, just the little things. Because you guys want to watch that dog again? Let's watch that dog again. He's just so cute. Man, his tail is like really good at keeping the beat. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of ones. I feel like this means, okay, do you guys want to talk about that today? Actually, I feel like maybe there's more information on it now since it's been almost a month. Maybe I'll pull that up for Thursday. Okay, let's look at this. This is a new cute. This doggy. He's playing with the groundhog. Look at the groundhog. He's like, hey, I have shit to do. Stop it. And boop, boop, boop. Hey, back off. I am trying to get something done. If you're not going to help, then you need to get out of here. Understand me? Boop, boop, boop. Lick your butt. I fucking told you. Get out of here. Stop it. He's biting his paws. Oh, it's so cute. Dog putting in more effort than Katy Perry. I know, I'm working so hard. Right, I like the video where the duck steals the food off the cat. It's still killing me. If you know how to find that, please let me know. If you can link it in the Discord or send it to me on Twitter. That doggy's so cute. Sweet baby dog. And then there's this one. Mute this just in case. Look at this guy. He wants to play on the ball, and so he's on top of it. Oh. That's like a strong talent to have, honestly, because like my dogs can't even use like a ramp or anything. I got a ramp like a really long time ago, years ago, when Boots was starting to feel not so good. So this is forever ago. And they were all scared of it. I was like, okay, cool, no big deal. Just I'll just have to pick you up and hoist you up on the bed and on the couch and everything. Look how good he is, though. So talented. What a talented baby. Look how dumb his face is, too. Like, he has no idea. He's just like, what? Why are you looking at me like that? Why is no one playing with me? Cute baby. Okay. I can't believe I didn't. I thought I saved this, and I guess I didn't. Wait, hold on. Now I'm like extra confused because I could have sworn I saved it. I was just looking at it today and was like, oh, never mind. Well, hold on a second. Pause. We'll just Hey, I want your money. Give me your money. Super chat. Super chat. Give me all your money. 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 I want your money. Give me your money. I want your money. Give me your money. I want your money. Give me your money.
I wish somebody were funding me. I'm poor.
Okay. Nope. Maybe. Interesting. Did they delete it? Did they delete it? Is that why I'm having a problem? Oh my God, I think they deleted it. Oh my God, this is amazing. So I know I had this bookmarked because I was looking at the thing that I bookmarked to use for a picture for the thumbnail. And then I was like, oh, I don't, it's like too close in. They fucking deleted it since then. Daily Mail posted an article about Pamela Anderson being frumpy at the Met Gala. And people just kept tearing them to shreds. And so let me see if I can find like at least. So here's a picture of Pamela Anderson. This dress is very weird because you can even tell just by like the very little of her body that you can see that this dress is like structured in a way to almost be like it's not too big for her, but it's like it makes her look bigger. And Courtney's on her phone sending Russell. Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. That's Pamela Anderson. So here's the thing. She doesn't actually look that different from her younger years. She looks like a woman who was smoking hot back in her 20s and 30s and whatever. And now she's 57 and she's still beautiful and she's 57. The thing is, it's just dress is very weird. But the haircut, I mean, to be honest, it looks like she just had one of her sons take some kitchen scissors to her hair. Like, this woman's a millionaire. She's been a millionaire for decades. She should have gone to a high-end stylist and had them do her hair properly. We have to all agree these bangs are not for anybody. Okay. I support a woman choosing to get bangs if she needs to. I feel like I need to get bangs because like my forehead needs a smidge of covering. Okay. Draw a little bit more attention to my eyes, less to my forehead. But these bangs, they need some more length. She might do a nice like side bang maybe, or even just bring them down to her eyebrow. This cut clearly doesn't work with the wave pattern of her hair. It needs to be a little bit longer. What is with her hair? Exactly. Like her hair. I can agree that this haircut isn't good. Everyone criticizing her looking old, but yeah, the dress is the real issue. It's the dress and it's the haircut. Like if she either just didn't go with bangs or she just had some longer bangs. And again, I mean, her hair is still rather full. She could have gone with like a shoulder length haircut. The dress is too wide. The dress is like structured very weird to almost make it look like her body is bigger. Like it's not necessarily that it's too big for her. It just looks like it's designed to make her body look bigger. It's very bizarre. Um, the haircut is terrible, but she's still beautiful. I think like for 57, this is incredible. Okay? Like I think she looks look at that.
Pamela, right in front of you.
Whoops.
Chin up, Pamela. Chin up.
Pamela, right in the middle.
Look at her. She's beautiful.
Pamela,
Pamela, right in front of you. Chin up, Pamela.
right in the
Chin
middle,
up.
Pamela, right in the middle. Pamela,
I would have put some mascara on her because she clearly does have some makeup on.
Pamela in the middle.
I know she did the whole thing about like saying that she wasn't gonna like wearing makeup anymore or something like that. She clearly is wearing some makeup. I would have put mascara on her.
Pamela, right in the
But-
center, please. Pamela, I say yes.
She looks beautiful and she looks so cute with her son. Oh my god! Like actually, kind of makes me jealous that she has like adult sons. It makes me wish that I had adult sons. Like, oh dang it, maybe I really should have had kids when I was like in my early 20s. If I had adult sons, look, it's just so cute. It's just so
Pamela, those eyes,
adorable.
please. Second row.
Pamela,
But like,
Pamela, right in front. Pamela, those eyes, please.
like really, you're gonna tell me that she looks unrecognizable? That she looks super frumpy? Her haircut is frumpy, yes, but my forehead is wrinklier than that. People, come on.
Please, second row.
Yeah, look at her. That smile she has is amazing. Yeah, absolutely stunning to this day. A winning smile. She's beautiful. That woman is 57 years old. Like, how are we going to be saying, "Oh my God, she looks so old"? There are plenty of women out there that are 57 or were 57 that are like, "God dang it, I wish I looked like that when I was 57. I wish I could look like that." There are women who are younger than 57 who already look more haggard than this. And we're going to sit here and be like, "Oh, she looks old." No. She looks like a pretty healthy 57. She looks good. But the haircut, somebody misguided her on that haircut. But the one thing that I wanted to talk about, and I'm so annoyed. Look at her.
It's been very quiet and peaceful and just a little bit. You know, I got a haircut the other day. So the dress, we did multiple fittings because it's, you know, beautiful tailoring. So it took some fittings. But today's easy.
Huge
Today's the fun
gazongas.
part. We get to wear it. This has actually been very relaxing.
You mean like Amanda Bynes? Probably. Amanda Bynes, I know that she has, started altering her aesthetic because I think maybe she realized, oh, Pam Bondi looks amazing and she's in her early 50s, I think. She's 59. I think she might be 60. The thing is like they look pretty much on par with each other, Pam Bondi and Pamela Anderson. They look very similar. It's just that right now, Pam Anderson wears like little to no makeup. And if Pam Bondi was wearing as much makeup as Pam Anderson wears, I think that we probably would also be thinking like, oh yeah, she does look like a woman in her 50s, Pam Bondi is beautiful though. Somebody was even pointing out like, I guarantee you if Pam Bondi looked like she had aged, if she was like 100 pounds heavier, she had a fucking big old hook nose, she would not be getting away with some of this stuff. Sound on the last one? You guys couldn't hear her talking on hold on. Hold on. Are you saying sound in general? Like you can't hear me? Is anyone else having sound issues?
This has actually been very relaxing.
F in the chat if you are having sound issues.
It's been very quiet and peaceful and just a little bit. You know, I got a haircut the other day. So the dress, we did multiple fittings because it's, you know, beautiful tailoring. So it took some fittings. But today's easy. Today's the fun part. We get to wear it.
I guess I shouldn't have said F in the chat if you're having sound issues, because then that doesn't really help, because if you can't hear, then that means you can't put an F in the chat. Oh, just the video. Did anyone else have an issue with the video sound? Because I heard it. Old Nerdy said I can hear, but Carrie is saying just the video I can hear. Okay. The sound on the Pamela video is really low. Okay. And that was at full volume. She was really quiet, I will say that. And there was like a reverb type noise going on, kind of overpowering her a little bit. All right. Hello, Scottish Ranger. But the thing that stuck out to me with this blasted Daily Mail video or article, let me see if I can. Maybe that they didn't delete the article. Maybe they just deleted the post. Here it is. I found the article, but they deleted the post on Twitter. So it says Pamela Anderson debuts short blonde bob and goes makeup free at the 2025 Met Gala. What's funny is that the headline, or well, what they posted on Twitter, they said Pamela Anderson is looking frumpy and is a far cry from her Baywatch days or some crap. It was awful. I'll see if I can find. I think I found. Actually, hold on. I think there was. A screenshot of it. Okay, here's a screenshot of the post. Share this first. Oops. Frumpy Pamela Anderson looks far from Baywatch days at Met Gala. Okay, so that was the post. All right, so people screenshotted it. Good, because I didn't, which is dumb. It was literally there this morning, like a few hours ago, like before, like when I scheduled it, like right before I walked my dogs. So back to this article. By the way, so this says that it was written by Daily Mail reporter. That's the thing that really stuck out to me. So they have the balls to be saying things like Pamela Anderson is frumpy, right? So like they're trying to say basically commenting on other people's looks, and they can't even they can't even tell us who they are. I'm sorry. No. Daily Mail reporter, show me your fucking face if you're going to comment on anybody's looks at all. Whether you say, oh, she's stunning, or you say that she's ugly. No, I want to hear none of this crap. None of this, unless you can show me your damn face. She's like 60. They should let her be. Exactly. It's funny that once heavily augmented Pam Anderson decided to go completely natural. She looks great, but I wonder why the change in philosophy. I do remember, like, she was known for her breast implants because it was not very common for, first of all, it wasn't common for regular folk to get breast implants at all, but it wasn't common for somebody in the public eye to get breast implants either. And so it was a big thing. And then I remember she actually got them removed and nobody would shut up about it. And so then she got her breast implants again. Yeah, they won't reveal the reporter. I maybe it's an AI article. Yes, but they need to at least list an editor. Because I mean, if they're doing AI articles, well, why are they even in business? However, somebody needs to be reviewing that. Yeah, I just heard one of the dogs beeping. Courtney, you're all natural. Yes, I've been way too poor to get any plastic surgery. One day when I have enough money to get plastic surgery, you might not be able to recognize me. No, I'm just kidding. It is a Daily Mail. They have a history of being trash going way back. Yeah, it's oof bangs. The bangs aren't good. I will say I don't like the haircut. Hi, Shannon. I don't like the hair. The thing is, like, I don't like the hair. I don't like the dress. But I still think she is incredibly beautiful. I still think she looks fantastic. She's 57 for crying out loud. There are plenty of people out there that we can look at and be like, oh, yikes, that don't look this good and are much younger than her. Let's see here. So Pamela Anderson embraced a more understated style while appearing at the Met Gala 2025 in New York City, which, by the way, we're going to have to talk about the theme, because the theme for the Met Gala was also awful. The former Playboy pinup 57 looked worlds away from her Baywatch glory days as she showed off a conservative new hairdo paired with a gray Tory Burch gown while arriving at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Courtney, please don't get bangs like this. I will not. If I were to get bangs, they're going to be brow length. In more shocking news from the UK press, 9 people were arrested for celebrating Hitler's birthday with a cake at a pub. Okay, well, we're going to talk. Vengeance Demon, can you please send me more info on that? I would love that. Thank you. We should discuss that. Let's see here. All right. Ditching her long platinum tresses, the last showgirl star rocked a bob with blunt bangs for the occasion. Her floor-length long-sleeve gown, which featured a bateau neckline and exaggerated hips, was covered in sparkling details throughout. Continuing her recent embrace of a more natural look, the actress showcased her complexion with minimal makeup. While on the red carpet, Pamela revealed her glam only took 2 minutes, calling it very simple. I do think we should have done some mascara, but that's the only critique I would say on like the makeup at all. I do love that she still embraces the thin eyebrows. Are there any bangs on your IG? Oh yeah. Back in my beauty school days, I had bangs. I mean, hello. My God. What a beautiful woman. So they're not saying anything about her looks now, right? They probably altered this. Let's see if they edited it. So pretty. I just want to look. Oh, it's so cute. I don't know what it is about like a bond with a mother and a son, but it's just so cute. Oh. Yeah, so people are definitely commenting. So this is not saying anything about. Okay, so it wasn't edited. So they're just. I'm looking for the area list. Gather the most extravagant looks. The annual invitation is meant to pay homage to Black dandyism. Yeah, this was her in 2024. Like, woo! So I feel like they I didn't read the whole thing earlier anyway, but it seems to me like, yeah, okay. Especially with those comments, with them saying like, hello, look in the mirror. Like, why are you trashing this woman's look? She's 57. People age. Yeah. So they edited it. They took out all the remarks trashing her looks. Wow. Pamela is being very matronly there. Well, that's the thing too, is like she's a mom and she has the right to especially if she's walking the red carpet with her son, or with the red carpet, like going to the Met Gala with her son. Like, I'm not gonna try and get all like sexed up to walk around at the Met Gala if I'm walking with my son. You know, like no thanks. So like, you know, that's kind of weird. But when you're 57, like why and especially because she spent her whole career, she spent all of her 20s and all of her 30s being like this sex pot. I mean, even in her 40s, like can she stop having to do that? It's an exhausting gig, okay? It's exhausting to have to like always be pretty all the time. Was it Andre 3000 wearing a piano? Oh yeah, and let me tell you, what the hell is that supposed to represent? Everyone will be 57 or already was. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone, so to speak. Yeah, let he who is 24/7 looking absolutely perfect be the one to cast judgment. Can we all talk about how ridiculous Madonna is? Or did we already bring her up? Remember the sex book? She's still living that vibe. Dude, we have not brought her up. But Madonna, like, see, and that's the thing is like Madonna could have easily embraced that she was getting older and stopped with the whole sex pot thing and gone a different direction. And instead, like, I thought it was weird, even in the early 2000s when she was doing collaborations with Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake, how like first of all, I was like, I don't know. Just to me, other people had way more of an idea that she was like this super legend where I just kept thinking like, I don't know. I just feel like she's just she's another pop star. Like I don't have like legendary vibes in my mind when I think of her. Sorry to those who feel that way, but like to me, the legends are, we've talked about this before, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. Those are like legends. Like my brain out explode. Like Michael Jackson, a legend. Even when he turned into a white lady and like kind of got a little bony and all that stuff. Like there's something that I actually saw this video clip of a performance with him and Britney Spears performing The Way You Make Me Feel, and like it was so lackluster and embarrassing, and it was, you know, before the conservatorship and everything, right? But I was like, two of the best dancers in the business, right? Like Michael Jackson will forever be like the best dancer, best performer, like known to man, right? Britney Spears right up there with him. And all they were doing was just waltzing back and forth. Like what? It was so bad. Like I'm like, they're not dancing. Why aren't they dancing? This is terrible. And again, both of them to me are legends. I don't know what it is about Mariah or about Madonna that I just don't see that with her. I don't know if it's just like she's too much of a tryhard. Every time she tried to do like evolve, it just was like kind of annoying. Oh yes, Prince, R.I.P. Yeah, definitely, he's a legend. But like with Madonna, I don't know what it is because like Prince never had to evolve. He was just Prince. He could just be Prince. When he turned into a white lady. Yeah. You know, the white lady that was saying she was Michael Jackson. That one. Mariah Carey, definite legend. Dude, for real. I'm telling you. I just like if one day if I for some reason managed to get into the music industry and for some reason Mariah Carey and Madonna had an interest in working with me. I got a phone call from Mariah, I got a phone call from Madonna. Mariah, I would be like, I would be losing my mind so hard. I would probably end up going into cardiac arrest. Like, what the? She wants to work with me? Me? Oh my God. Madonna, I'd be like, eh. I just feel like that would actually ruin my image, whatever image that would be. But I would be way happier to take like an old recording of a Michael Jackson song that maybe was never released and record like a duet with him. I would be way happier to do that with him or Mariah. Mariah's still alive. With him or like with Whitney or Mariah's still alive, doing a duet with her. I would much rather do that. But like there are dead legends that I would much rather take old recordings of theirs and actually like, record some stuff over it and make it like it's, a duet with them that versus working with Madonna. Mariah is better than Muhammad. Yes. You have songs and arrangement skill? Not really. I mean, I was in a band. I did sing in a band, and I was part of the songwriting process and all that. It's been a long time. I will work on booking them to work with BRBs. Thank you. Yes. Madonna, Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, all Kabbalah. And here's the thing. Out of them, Gaga is somebody who I do think is she is extremely talented. I think she's working her way to like a legendary status. I do have to give her some props, like, because there is something really special about her. There is a part of me also that can't stand her, but were you the only girl in the band? No, we were actually all women. Good night, mister. Ew. Stop telling us about your weird habits. So by the way, the Met Gala, I have to complain. Lady Gaga is already a legend in my book. There is something like I said, there's something extremely special about her. There are certain things about her that I really don't like. But and like that Abracadabra song, I only heard part of it, but I definitely didn't have the urge to listen to the whole thing. But she's incredibly talented, and I like the stuff that she does. And like when it comes to actually evolving and kind of changing your style and like working with like what people want at the time and all that, I think she's really good at that. Madonna, I don't think was as good at it. It was just kind of weird and embarrassing. Whereas Lady Gaga, I think, just knows how to actually appeal to the crowd. But Shannon brought up Madonna's sex book. Yeah, she had that coffee table book called Sex, and in it there was like images of her. Like I know for specifically there was a picture of her getting fingered by Vanilla Ice. Why? I think I need to bring this forward a little bit. Ah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. We are professionals here, baby. Okay. I have to go clean out my contact lens. Like something got on my contact lens when I did that. Okay. That should be better. Abracadabra. I wanna reach out and grab ya. No. Vanilla Ice, ew, girl. What the fuck what the fuck you could do better than that? Madonna should feel gross about that one. Well, I mean, she also was, letting Dennis Rodman bone her sideways. So there's that. I'm really bad at this lighting thing. It's just so shadowy. Living in the shadow. Pfft. Not Ashley Simpson again. Okay, so the Met Gala. The theme of the Met Gala is super fine tailoring black style, a celebration of black dandyism and the history of black menswear. The accompanying dress code is tailored for you, encouraging interpretations of menswear and tailoring with a personal touch. The theme is inspired by the work of Monica L. Miller and her book Slaves to Fashion, Black Dandyism and the Styling of Black Diasporic Identity. So I just feel like there would be a lot of cultural appropriation going on there if white people were to participate. But because that was the theme of the Met Gala, I suppose the piano on Andre 3000's back was some type of symbolism. I don't really know exactly what the symbolism was, but at this point, why do I care? Like, whatever, Andre 3000, you, wait, hold on. It was Erica Buddy. Okay. I don't feel like there's any message that Andre 3000 could send to me that would, I don't know, instill like a white guilt or anything. I don't know. What are you trying to say to me, sir? You're a millionaire. You've been a millionaire for at least 25 years. You got to write a song. You wrote a song about how you impregnated a woman and then bounced. And then you were writing to the mother of that woman to apologize. And you made millions of dollars off of your horrible behavior, essentially. So miss me with whatever this piano on my back. Get out of here. OMG, hi, JC. By the way, JC, we're going to come up with a different meaning for your name instead of gender with a J confused. That's what I'm sorry, Miss Jackson is about. Yeah, Miss Jackson is Erykah Badu's mom. Never meant to make it down to cry. I apologize 1,000,000,000 times. But yeah, she got pregnant and then he ditched. He bounced and then, yeah, he wrote that fucking song. made millions of dollars off of it, and then we're supposed to like, I'm sorry, I'm supposed to believe that there's some type of oppression going on in his life? Okay, just chilling. That's JC. That's what JC stands for. Okay. I like that better than gender with a J confused. Oh, Adam. Adam and his atomisms. Okay. So there's that. The theme for the Met Gala was dumb. Pamela Anderson looked great. The dress was weird though. The hair, she, I don't know if somebody just needed to style it for her or something. I mean, the bangs need to be grown out. Okay, bangs need to be grown out. Courtney Hitler birthday party poopers has been tweeting to you. I'll get to it. Yeah, but Pamela Anderson, yeah, her hair, she needs to do something about the hair. Okay. She could do something about the hair. It would look a little bit better. But like, Ashton even was tweeting about it and she was like, she's 57. Maybe she just wants to do her thing, which at the end of the day, yeah, let her do her thing. She's 57. She was in the spotlight for enough decades and she was, put in the whole, she was a Playboy model for crying out loud. That's how she got her notoriety. Let her not have to be living up to that standard anymore. Okay. Let her just be a woman in her 50s. Is there such thing as bang extensions? Yes. Yes, there are. I actually had some on my Amazon wish list because I had a cosplay thing I wanted to do. It was a Star Wars theme. I still want to get them. And I still want to do that cosplay, but I think I'm going to do it a little bit differently now. So, yeah, Vengeance Demon, we'll get to that. It's just that, we have to give it some time because YouTube stops being such a hall monitor when you're enough time into the stream, We just have to give it time. That would have been a great topic, though, to discuss on Monday. Episode 88. Speaking of which, I'm already here. We have a special body cam video. Now, the good news is it's not long. Episode 100 is on episode 100 is on the horizon. Any big plans for the stream? No, not yet. I mean, I'll probably do like another big panel thing, like last time. Like last time. What I mean, like last time, like I've done before. Maybe I'll actually give people a heads up next time. Oh, speaking of which, hello. Whatever you do, don't invite Gavin McGinnis. Thankfully, he has no idea who the hell I am. Him, Alex Stein, they're not coming. But speaking of inviting people onto shows, Friday, I am going to be, hold on a second. Let's just take our time here, huh? We have to celebrate our differences. There we go. Woo, took me long enough. Okay. Friday, I'm going to be on Zia's channel. I'm going to be returning for another episode of Unqualified Expert. So, we have to. Let's see if I can get this. The do 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 do. Okay, so. Okay, well, Rumble always makes. She also has a Rumble channel. Is what I was about to get at, but no. Well, Adam, hello. We came up with a new meaning for JC's name. It's just chillin' and not gender with a J confused. K Max with the $5. I lost my soundboard. Ooh. Real ID due date is today. Will Courtney be able to fly without this ID? I, for one, wish to support the trip to New York. I have time to figure all of that out. It would be insane if it took time to process a real ID, you know? But I would prefer to protest it because fuck that shit. I think that it's absolutely insane. First of all, abolish Homeland Security, abolish TSA, and let's actually punish. Let's punish the criminals who are abusing their privilege of flying instead of punishing U.S. citizens. Friday with Zia will be great too. I know. I'm so excited. It'll be so fun. I haven't been back in a while. TSA just wants a cup of fuel. They just want to look at me naked. Gross. They're very rude. There's always the train. That's going to take a while, huh? Courtney, we know criminals hide weapons in their bra. The thing is that security wasn't really that different before. You go through like a metal detector and then they give you a quick pat down and that was it. And then they would just do that to anybody who wanted to go into the airport. So you could park your car in the parking garage, okay? And then you could just walk to the gate with the person that's flying away. Which I think that's actually really insane. So one of the things I was thinking was okay, they said that, when TSA and all that stuff started coming into play, and they're like, now you're going to have to get to the airport 2 hours early so that you can get through security, which is crazy. And then I thought, are they telling everybody to get to the airport 2 hours early so that they fart around and then have all this time so they have to stop at the airport bar or airport restaurant and get something to eat, get something to drink because they're waiting for their flight and they got there way early. But what if you want to actually get there early and have a quick drink with your friend before they get on the plane when you drop them off? There's that. But I don't know. I feel like that was part of the ploy though. Make them get there early so they can sink more money into airport food. Because they're not going to have anything else to do. And then, everyone hates options on flights anymore because there aren't any. So maybe that was part of the whole thing, but just get rid of all of it. Get rid of all of it. You're punishing citizens. It's the same thing with gun control. You're punishing law-abiding citizens, and you're not punishing people who are going to just break the law anyway. Yeah, it's all security theater. But what about the terrorists? There are none. There have never been terrorists, ever at all. Yeah, not even on September 11th. Those were actors. What are you going to do if you get on a plane and a black woman is your pilot? Well, just pray. I mean, you know what? I've had a female pilot. It was a very long time ago, but I did. I had a female pilot back in, what was it, like 2009? Everything was fine. Do I know her race? No, but it was a woman. And I definitely was like, this is different. But we were fine. Everything happened. Everything was just fine. Here's the thing. I have faith that I could get my pilot's license and I could fly a plane just fine. I just wouldn't want to do it for a career. Like if I could just do it part-time, like I'll take 5 flights this month just for funsies. Like, oh, you guys want to get to Hawaii? I do too. Let's just hop in. Let's go. Like if I had that option, I think I'd be great. I would not want to do it full-time though. And I think that's where we get into the issue of a lot of women, not every single woman on the planet, but a lot of women working full-time in general. They could be really good at what they do. I just don't think that full-time is for us. It's not for me, at least. Wait, you were detained in Canada pre 9/11? Whoa. I had to let them know I like their country, but I love mine. I was not trying to stay in Canada. Yeah, I don't think Canada would I think Canada would have a big problem with me being there. I don't think they would want me there. To be honest, if I were to try to leave the country, thankfully I'm not like a big enough name for anyone to care, but I feel like it would start to lead to like a Lauren Southern situation. If I get too like out of hand with some of the things that I talk about. Ugh. Like the day that I actually end up doing my like 8+ part series on like the Oklahoma City Timothy McVeigh situation and like the Whitewater connection to that and like Waco siege and all that stuff. That is the day that I have to just accept the fact that life is going to get a little bit harder. What have you said about Canada? I mean, I talk trash about a lot of countries. Canada is terrible. The fact that like you could go to prison just for hate speech, it's just insane. How about Ruby Ridge? Is Ruby Ridge connected to all that though? Because the thing is like there's actually like a connection between Whitewater, the money laundering situation that the Clintons have. There's a connection to that and the Oklahoma City situation, as well as Waco siege. So like it's very similar to 9/11. Okay, guys, all documentation for Whitewater was in that federal building that Timothy McVeigh. I'm trying to watch my words because we're not far enough in. So that's where all that documentation was, and of course there was no backup. And the reason why he claims that the reason why he bombed. Oh dang it! The reason why he that building was because he was upset about what happened in the Waco siege, right? So like that whole thing would have to be. I need to figure out how to actually like properly do everything in an effective timeline to really like, okay, here's the history of the Branch Davidians. This is what was reported was happening during that time. This is what the FBI did in the investigation. And now enter Timothy McVeigh. This is what Timothy McVeigh did, blah, 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 blah. But because the thing is like there is going to have to be some backtracking at some point because then there has to be a whole like dedication to what Whitewater is as well. So I think, yeah, we'd have to go through that whole story. And then we have to add in, what was his name? It was Terrence Hickey. Hold on. Yeah, Terrence Hickey. He's the police officer that was the first responder to that situation. Then we'd have to go over all of that, like the stuff that his wife was, the interviews his wife did, and all of that. But then we would also need to incorporate the Whitewater situation. So I feel like we would have to go through all of that, like through the Branch Davidians, Waco siege, the FBI investigation, Timothy McVeigh, his involvement, then the first responder, the different reports, and da 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 da. And then we would have to incorporate Whitewater after that, I think. That's how I'd have to do it. But then also it would never go on YouTube. That would have to be my this lighting. Yes, R.I.P. Terry. Yeah, what a horrible story. So we'd have to do all of that, but I would never be able to talk about it on YouTube. That would be a Rumble exclusive. It's like a whiteboard with all the red strings across. Yeah, it's almost like trying to tell the story of Lori Vallow and all the different people that were involved, and like her and her history, all 5 of her marriages, her connection with her brother, like all that stuff. It was just, oof. Yeah, Terry did not kill himself. No, he did not. That whole thing is so suspicious, and I only know like this much about it. So I would have to go down that rabbit hole. But there's like a few different things that I would want to go over that are not advertiser friendly. So. Anyway, we have a special body cam video. This was like 20 minutes ago. I'm very excited to share this because thankfully it's brief, but it's a fun one. It says, local police found a raccoon with a meth pipe in its mouth during an arrest.
A patrolman noticed something unusual in the passenger seat of her SUV. A raccoon holding a pipe allegedly used to smoke crystal methamphetamine.
The raccoon has her meth pipe.
As what?
Oh my God.
Her meth pipe. He's playing with the meth pipe right now. No, don't reach for it. That's evidence now.
After Victoria Vidal Page was arrested on the outstanding warrant, her mother told the officers that the raccoon is their pet and his name is Chewy. The officer took the pipe away from Chewy. The pet grabbed another pipe.
Oh my God.
Oh, there's no.
So he's helping them with the investigation is what's happening.
Smoke it.
All right. Thanks.
There's no way. All right, enough fun and games.
Oh no.
Based on the evidence provided by Chewy, the officer.
Girl, you're doing all this meth and you don't have the time or energy to clean out your car?
The officer searched the SUV and found a bag containing 7 smaller bags of crystal meth, crack cocaine, and 3 used meth pipes. Sadly, investigators say it appears Chewy the raccoon had chewed holes in the bags.
Oh, geez.
Hey, buddy.
Investigators were initially concerned about the health of the raccoon, but concluded he was unharmed. He was turned over to the Humane Society.
All right, well, your raccoon gave you away.
Based on the evidence revealed by Chewy, Victoria Vidal Page is now facing charges of.
Wow. So yeah, that was a very short one, but yes, Chewy is a narc. Yeah, he definitely hire that trash panda. He definitely was the raccoon driving? I mean, probably should have been. Hold on a second. We have a guest. Oh. What a baby. Hi, you're so cute. What was that little noise? We have another guest. Hi. Thank you. My sweetheart. My sweetheart. I think they got jealous when they heard me talking about a raccoon. Oh, how dare you, mother? How dare you? You're supposed to only love me. Can I set you down, please? Not a baby. Yeah. Thank you. Frank S. with the $20. I'm at work, but I wanted to say hi. Courtney Mania. Hi, Frank. It's good to see you. Choo Choo. Yeah, she's a baby chunga Choo Choo. I basically just call her Chooch now. My little Chooch. My chungus Chooch. Yes, I'm putting things out of the way so you have a little bit more space. Chungus could take out a raccoon. Oh, she's a little bitch. You are. Yeah, the neighbor can't beat the crap out of her. How old are the dogs? I don't really fully know. Cricket, who's falling asleep with her head up, she is 8. And the rescue, according to like how old the rescue said Penelope was, she'd be 10 now, but I feel like she's a little bit older. Chungus, according to the rescue, Chungus was just a little over a year old, right? Right? Yeah. They said that she was born in June of 2021. So she would be 4. Oh, geez. Sorry, guys. Oh. I know. Silly. But I think she's a little bit older than that just because her teeth were coated, just covered in plaque. And I haven't had an issue with her at all. And I don't brush her teeth as much as I should. And she just doesn't get any like tartar buildup really. So I think that she was a little bit older. I think she might have been actually a couple years old, maybe like closer to 4 or 5. I think she might be a smidge older than Cricket. It's possible, but at the end of the day, according to the rescue, she is 4. I never brush my dog's teeth. Well, bigger dogs don't need it. Like Boots never got his teeth brushed. Well, kinda. When I started brushing the smaller dog's teeth, because their breath was just so terrible, and Penelope had teeth just like randomly falling out and stuff, Boots would get jealous, and so he would stand in line to get his teeth brushed every night. Chihuahuas, though, they need their teeth brushed like all the time, especially Penelope. She needs her teeth brushed like every day. What if Chungus is pregnant? There's absolutely no way that'd be possible for multiple reasons. One, she's fixed. Secondly, she does not have sex. Not in this house. She's my child. Are there bios about your dogs I can read? Do they have a website or an Instagram? No, but I should set one of those up because, I mean, Chungus is a star. Would no, never had smaller dogs. Yeah, no, they need their teeth brushed all the time. Otherwise, I get to spend enough money to get a used car, well, pre-2020, every year or so to get their teeth cleaned and pulled. So, rather just spend a couple bucks Get toothbrush and dog toothpaste. All right, we're going to talk about Greta Thunberg real quick. The caption on this video says, Israel almost killed Greta Thunberg. They bombed her ship. It sank. There's been absolutely no backlash. Incredible. So she took a boat there? Is that what happened?
Been trying to start the voyage of the boat Conscience towards Gaza to deliver desperately needed humanitarian aid and end the siege and open a humanitarian blockade. Right now, 2 million people are being delivered to starve.
I'm not gonna lie, I can't tell what she's saying. Also, don't you love the Dom Lucre watermark in the corner? What an idiot.
By Israel in Gaza, and it is our responsibility as human beings to do everything in our power to try to demand an end to that. So that's
I can't tell what she's saying.
why we are here.
And what's your reaction to this
Cool trans flag in the back.
morning's incident?
This is yet another crystal clear example of how international law and human rights are being completely disrespected.
Why is this like my responsibility or hers for that matter?
And of course, we were incredibly worried for our comments on the boat. And I think many were shocked as well that this attack happened so close to start.
She better not, I don't know what she's saying, but she better not show anyone there this flag. Okay, she will get attacked. That they don't like that.
It happened so close to the country. But of course, this is a very risky mission, and we had calculated many risks in the mission. But again, of course.
Why is this music? The music, I can't tell what she's saying. The music is so loud.
Of a failed attempt to deliver aid
Did they do that on purpose? Because they know that she's not really like saying
to
anything.
Gaza.
And what's the plan now going forward?
Of course, right now the situation is very uncertain. But what is sure is that people here, the human rights activists, both as part of the Freedom Flotilla, but also as a wider.
What is she saying? I don't know, man. Personally, I take all of my life advice from autistic Swedish girls. Well, guess what? I am partially Swedish and rather artistic. Artistic? I'm autistic. I don't know. Anyway, whoops. Get her off script and she's dumb as a box of hair. Oh, yeah. She'll be fine in Israel, but not Palestine. Yeah. Well, like, and where actually is she? I feel like this is not anywhere near Gaza, right? Like, I just feel like this is this little tapestry thing or whatever, this sheet is fake. This is all fake. First of all, this flag would not have made it anywhere near that area at all. I think this is all fake. Where is she hanging out right now? They actually gave her a place to stay and hang out. Her plan is to run her grift. Yeah. It's not exclusively a trans flag. It does include trans colors. Well, everything on that flag would get her pushed off of a building. They don't like that shit over there. They do not. That's not their jam. Adam with the 199. You're part Swedish, full ADHD. True. Never cared what Greta had said. Neither have I. This just fascinates me. I feel like this isn't real. Okay, I can't tell what she's saying. It's way too quiet. She's way too quiet compared to that stupid music that they put. Why did they overlay that music knowing that she was so quiet? Like, you didn't give her a freaking microphone. So rumor has it, hit her ship. I guess she was staying on a ship. She got there by ship. I don't know the details. And I guess she's still there. And is saying that it's our responsibility as human beings to be a part of it or whatever. I don't think it is, because this is the way I see it. All right. The entire time I've been alive, I've lived in a country that everybody has demanded something from, but did not give anything back to in return. Okay. Until they start giving back what they've received, I don't care. It's up to you. You've already had the assistance that we could provide for you. Figure it out. You should learn how to be independent. I mean, my country, the things that we stand firm in are independence. Independence is the number one thing. We became independent from the redcoats, right? We celebrate a day of independence from them. We have a Declaration of Independence. We are an independent country. Wouldn't you, as a country, if you're like, please, sir, help me, wouldn't you want to go, what did they do? I need to do what they did so I can also be independent, because this is bullshit. Why do I rely on them? I shouldn't rely on you. I should rely on me. Right? But instead, for decades and decades and decades, centuries really, they've been like, no, just give us more stuff. If you couldn't fight for your own independence and prosperity, why do you get to come here? America isn't for failures. America is not for failures. Exactly. And that's the thing, is like, I understand that like an individual person who goes, this country is not in alignment with my beliefs. I want to go live in a country that is in alignment with my own beliefs. And they want to move to America because that's in alignment with them. I understand the desire. And I understand that, like, that's like, I guess, what society encourages, right? I mean, that's at one point in time, America was like, hey, why don't you come on over here instead? Right. So there's that. I have a lot more judgment on the leaders of these countries going, Zelensky, we need more money. Why, instead of going, please give me money for my war, please, why wouldn't you instead go, how do I get to a point where I never have to ask anybody for that ever again? That makes so much more sense than to just continuously going, well, we have to ask America again. People whine and cry about how terrible we are, but hey, guess what, French? You wouldn't be speaking French if it wasn't for us. Did you know that? There's a lot of countries I can say that to, really, but I just... It's not up to me to fight your battles. It is not up to me to save you. It is not up to me to bail you out. It is up to you. That is not only how I have lived my life as an individual, but it's also as an American. Like, we have to do everything on our own. You need to do everything on your own. Oh yeah, I seriously doubt people come for the values. Well, exactly. That's the thing. A lot of people want to come to America and then change it. Like, don't come here. Don't change us. Be at a place that aligns with you. Don't change us. You would have a British accent if it weren't for the French sending their army over here during the Revolutionary War. That sounds gay. Of Courtney and Candace versus the French. That would be a great show. That'd be funny. Tired wives rule. Yeah, no, that sucks. The thing is like that problem over there is not mine. It's not mine. I'm tired of us having to be the problem solvers. Again, like since I've been alive, that's all that it's been. Enough. Be your own independent. Figure it out. Everyone has to at some point. Figure it out. It is not my responsibility to save everybody else in every other country. It's not. When is America supposed to take care of themselves? When am I supposed to take care of myself? Now. Who's going to take care of me? None of you will. None of those motherfuckers would ever take care of me. They would have me murdered sooner than they would be taking care of me. Because I'm okay with a lot of stuff that they would kill people for. Yeah. So no, I don't support people. I don't support either of them really. I don't care. Israel and Palestine, or Israel and Israel versus Palestine. I hope you both take each other out. Really. Bye. I'm not gonna miss either one of you. Same thing with India and Pakistan right now. Bye. Not gonna miss you. Don't care. I'm still waiting for my USAID granola bars. I'm still waiting. Well, for a lot of things. What I want, who was it? Some fucking bureaucrat was like, just to be clear, Social Security is yours. Like your Social Security is yours. I was like, oh, is it? Well, then why do you keep taking it away from me? What I would like is for you to stop taking it out of my paycheck altogether and give me a refund for the 20 plus years, 25 years that you've been taking it out of my paychecks. Okay. Thank you. Ew. Would have been cool to have a British accent. No, it wouldn't. Do you understand what that would mean? Do you understand what that would mean? You'd be getting arrested for memes right now. Yeah. Getting arrested for memes. No guns. It'd be terrible. You wouldn't have the First or Second Amendment. That'd be awful. India, Pakistan is a great opportunity to decrease the global carbon footprint. Yes. Which that's another thing. Like, I don't care about a global a carbon footprint. It's not, I don't think it's causing the harm we think it is. I hope they take each other out. Yes. We would be a third world country without other countries investing in what used to be a stable currency. Now that they are divesting in our currency, we will be back to a third world country in no time. Excellent. We'll figure it out. I mean, the thing is I agree that is a path that we could potentially be on. I feel like we'll figure a way around it. I believe in us as a country. Let the shit fly. India is definitely used to it. Could you imagine if it ends up being just like a big old like a typhoid dysentery situation? like everything that people used to die from for like not washing their hands and like too much fecal matter around and all that stuff. Like that's just like what they all end up killing each other over. They don't even need nuclear weapons. They're just shit flying. I don't buy that. The argument always boils down to, well, that's how it's always been. Correct. We'll figure it out. That's the thing is like, I understand that there is a pattern that we could easily be headed down. I just don't, I don't think that we're going to end up actually heading down like that path. I feel like I'm not smart enough to know what we'll figure out. Okay. Although I feel like a lot of times I'm one of those is like, I'm going to share my very stupid idea because I don't know anything. And then like, it turns out that it's like, actually, that's not that actually a bad of an idea. Just nobody wants to do that. Nobody thinks that way. That's not how people operate. So they think it's a bad idea because it's just not how people typically operate right now. But really at the end of the day, if we're trying to think outside of the box, it's not that bad of an idea. So. Turd rockets. Yeah. Turd rocket. That's what's being thrown around right now. Turd rockets. I thought that would be really funny though. That would be really funny if that's what it was. Just a big actual like poop worm. They're more progressive when it comes to the toilet paper situation. What? Russell, hi. We put this Pakistani government in power and then got them to deplete their weapon stores by shipping them to Ukraine. Now they're forked. Yeah. I didn't even realize that happened. But yeah, I believe you. A sensible comment. Wow. Well, Sam, you just opened a door. Hey, Max. How often when I get a phone call that's a scam, does it come from India? I feel the bots on Twitter asking me on a date all the time come from India. Courtney's view and experience in general with Indians. Well, it's definitely, I mean, yeah, most scams that I am aware of they're stemming from India. Or at least there's somebody with that accent on the other line. I mean, I've met people who've actually moved here from India who I liked just fine, who I thought were just fine. Like my personal interactions face to face with Indian people, for the most part, pretty fine. No hate or judgment on them, but yeah, no, like there's definitely. I mean, I will say like the weird like bots and stuff that end up in my DMs and everything. Certainly not English speaking or American in any sense. They're definitely foreign. One of them called me a hot, sexy man. And I was so tempted to be like, where the fuck did you get the idea that I was a man, idiot? But then I was like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just report it as spam. It doesn't matter. But like, even though it was actually less about me trying to, stand up for myself, but more so like, you're really bad at this, by the way. Like, you're not even checking who you're sending your fucking messages to. Idiot. I love a scam call when it's an Indian, but they try to tell me they called their name's Colin and they're calling from Scotland. Russell, you want a ceasefire? Please send Target gift card. Oh man, but do they replace their smoke alarms? They probably don't have them. I posted a tweet in Live Topics Discord. When I was at a high school graduation party, someone mistakenly thought they were signing one of my Indian classmates' books. So I have a Sanskrit signature in my high school yearbook. Interesting. Why did they think that you were? Why did they think it was you? Boop, 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 boop. Wait. Oh, about the statue. Okay. Oh, somebody brought this up earlier. Hold on, hold on. Ooh, I don't know if I wanted to do that. Whoops. Sorry. Do. This was when we were talking about doing cute animal video stuff. Oh man. What an a-hole. I can't believe that the orange cat's being so nice though. Oh. What a naughty duck. Wow, that orange cat is dumb. No, oh, okay, never mind. He finally got the duck back. Wow. All geese are assholes. Yes. Yeah, ducks are mean. That thing, what a dick. Cricket tried to be like that with Boots when he first moved in. She actually, it was breakfast time, and she crawled in between his legs, right? So he was like hovering over her, and she just started eating out of his bowl while he was eating. And he bit her, and she never tried to eat his food ever again. That's all it took. Oh, I miss Boots. He was a good boy. Okay. I gotta pee. I gotta pee real quick. And then we're gonna talk about some more stuff. I forgot that Jonathan Davis beatboxed and scatted in Freak on a Leash. Does anybody remember this? Go! That guy became a millionaire from that, by the way. Here I am doing that for free, and homie was getting millions of dollars to do that on stage every night. But like seriously, how come we didn't talk about that more? Jonathan Davis is over here with his dreadlocks. Go! Hosting up. And we just accepted it. We turned him into a millionaire. What? We did that. We were like, this is perfect. Thank you, Jonathan Davis. I mean, for crying out loud, nowadays he would have been protested and harassed, I think, for the cultural appropriation. Corn Prodigy mashup, please. Go! Oh man. Subscribe for more of that. Yeah. I forgot that Jonathan Davis beatboxed and scatted in Freak on a Leash. Does anybody remember this? Okay. What happened while I was gone? Courtney does corn. Well, I mean, I definitely, I remember them. What are we transcribing? Boom, bop, bop, boom, ba da ba dee. But when was the last time the milk was slapped up? It's been a while. Wow, ba 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 ba. Wow, ba 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 ba. Oh, Jonathan Davis guest star on Babbling episode 100. That would be hilarious. Do you think he would do it? Would he perform a duet with me? We need an exorcist now. Would Jonathan Davis perform a duet with me if I invited him to be on an episode of Babbling Courtney Brooke? That'd be amazing. Hi. Okay. Well, hello, Cameron. You're too funny. Thank you. Whoops. Dog was hiling on Simpcast. Chunga choo choo, were you doing the Roman salute? Hi. Can you lay down? Choo choo, can you please? This chair is going to break underneath me. You want here? What do you, ma'am? Oh, she is obsessed. Hi. Oh, that was so graceful. What a silly dog. He's so cute. Remember the troubled Count Dankula got into for teaching his dog? Yeah. And like, he had to pay like an $800 fine and like he got arrested. He got arrested. And that video is funny. It's very stupid. It's just, the thing is like, it was a stupid video. It was just stupid. Like, why are we getting offended by it? Oh yeah, the dog. I told the dog how to like turn on my computer and watch Hitler propaganda videos. Totally. At the end, it was good for him. Everybody knew him after that. Yeah, it's just like things don't end that way for everybody when they do for less. So it's really messed up. It was a dumb video. Nothing should have come of it. I still can't understand a single word he says, so I can't watch his YouTube videos, but I do follow him on Twitter. Okay. Well, speaking of Hitler, I suppose we can talk about this. So apparently 9 people were arrested after a group celebrated Hitler's birthday with a cake at a pub. Okay, so here's their dumb cake. Just turn it to the side and tell them that it's like a Buddhist symbol or whatever. 9 people have been arrested after a group of people gathered in a pub in Greater Manchester to celebrate Adolf Hitler's birthday. I mean, I'm just going to say right now, that's one of those things where it's like, no, they shouldn't have been arrested, but it's also like, why were you doing that? Like in public? You know, like, you know you're going to ruffle feathers at the very least. You know, like, come on. But at the same time, like, no, you shouldn't have been arrested for that. That's not something that should be. Who's being harmed here? Like, for the love of God, no one. Leave them alone. So, okay, a group caused outrage when they turned up at the Duke of Edinburgh in Royton. Oh my God, I hate everything in this sentence. On April 19th to celebrate the Nazi leader's 136th birthday with a cake emblazoned with a swastika. Pub landlord Terry English told Metro that the group snuck in the pub and none of the staff saw anything, adding that he had since reported them to the police. To the police? You called the police. All 9 were arrested this morning on suspicion of Section 18 Public Order Act offenses, which includes displaying written material which is threatening. Oh my God. Abusive or insulting, intended to stir up racial hatred. I hate all of this. Greater Manchester police have searched homes in, Rockdale, Bolton, Trafford, Stockport, and Southport as part of their They've searched their homes and have found imitation firearms, weapons, including swords and crossbow and Nazi memorabilia and materials. They searched their homes because they ate a cake. They searched their homes because they ate a cake. A suspected grenade was found at a property in Bolton, but explosive experts were deployed and the item has since been declared safe. There are still cordons in place while officers continue to search a number of addresses. You're searching homes over a cake. Assistant Chief Constable Steph Parker said, due to the nature of the materials we recovered at the warrants today, we have where am I? We have liaised with colleagues at Counterterrorism Policing Northwest. Oh my God. This is a matter, of course, and it very much remains a GMP-led investigation. It's important that all avenues are explored to establish the extent of the criminal offenses which has been committed. And whilst our investigation is still in its early stages, we do not believe there to be a risk to the wider public. Oh my God. Oh my God. This group clearly has a deep fascination with ideas that are unsettling for communities across Greater Manchester. We must take action when concerns are raised and where weapons are suspected to ensure people are free to live without fear of intimidation or harm. Public safety is at the forefront of our investigation. And as always, we ask that you remain vigilant. And if you have any information or concerns, then to contact us. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm jealous I missed it. Well, don't. This was over in that country, you know? You should just stay here and celebrate it. You're on your own, you know? Freedom of expression. Yeah. Redcoats, am I right? Who reported them? The bartender or the owner or whatever. The only mistake that was made is it looked like the cake was fondant covered. Yuck. I mean, there is that. Yeah, it didn't look like it was very, it looked like a giant sugar bomb. So these people had a cake. All right. They were eating a cake that had a stupid symbol on it that really, at this point, like, do we have to give that stupid symbol meaning anymore? The dude's dead. And they, claimed that they were celebrating homie's birthday. Okay, whatever. So they felt the need. They took that as a reason to investigate their homes over a dessert. They didn't write like a threatening letter to anybody. They took a dessert and put a stupid swastika on it, and that was reason for them to be arrested, but also for their homes to be investigated, and they're still investigating other homes. This is crazy. That is absolutely insane. All that police work, yet not as much effort made to sort out the grooming gang situation out. For real. Yeah, like it's totally fine for these foreigners to show up and, kidnap and rape our citizens. Totally fine. No big deal. But these guys brought a cake to a bar. Where's Braveheart when you need him? For real. My God. Hey, Garbiel, hello. Can I have a cake with a Confederate flag on it? Yeah. I mean, are you saying that if you put a Confederate flag on your cake that you want the police to enter your home and rifle through all of your personal belongings because you put a Confederate flag on a fucking cake? Is that what you're insisting? Because no, I'm sorry, but no, you need to, you don't belong in America then, if that's what you believe in. That is not acceptable. Put whatever the hell you take a picture of me with my head cut off and put it on a fucking cake. It's a cake. Why did they go to a left-wing bar? I mean, to be honest, why did they go out anywhere in public in the UK? Cakes can hurt feelings. Exactly. I know. It's just like, yeah, if somebody were to like personally attack, like I said, take a cake with my head cut off, put it on a cake. If somebody were to personally attack me or somebody else with something like that, that is actually like, that's a personal attack. Some stupid imagery on a cake that it's a dumb flag or a dumb symbol of sorts. Like, Even if it is a personal attack like that, like I mentioned, yeah, it might be something to be like, raise some concerns, maybe like document it in case like actual threats start going through. But if one time somebody does something stupid on a cake like that, it's again, all right, well, guess what? We're going to document this. Maybe we have to report this to police, have this, saved for a rainy day. But if that's all it is, that's all it is. No arrests need to be made. No further investigations need to be made. Like, you genuinely think that putting a Confederate flag, like deranged lunatic mentioned, that's grounds for police to enter your home and go through all of your personal belongings? No. Like, seriously, where would you get the idea that would be acceptable? I mean, at that point, okay, well, you can't put any flag that's not an American flag on your cake if you want to eat it in America. Otherwise, you're supporting other countries, and your allegiance doesn't lie within America now, and so you need now to be arrested and investigated because you're obviously like a spy, or you're not a patriot anymore. That's what we're that's what we're talking about here. Who fucking cares? Do you think they went to a bakery and asked for them to make the cake, or they bought it at a grocery store? I mean, to be honest, I feel like they had to have made the cake themselves, because especially over there in the UK, I could imagine there's absolutely nobody would be willing to make that cake for them, or have, like, it wouldn't be at the grocery store. I think they had to make it themselves. Maybe they bought like a plain sheet cake, and they put the thing over it, like the swastika over it. But I don't think anybody like did this for them. I think they had to do it themselves. Because I think anywhere that they were at, like, they're all pussies out there. Didn't know that was a law there. There's one in Germany still. I think like in Germany, yeah, like the swastika is a big old no-no. Big old no-no. But it's not necessarily the swastika that's the law. It's the law that they have, like, essentially surrounding it. So they don't have any law specifically against the swastika. It's the law. Okay, let's see here. Let me. Where was it? Where was it? Where they're talking about like the law around like speech and imagery and stuff. Where was it? Yeah, you can't show swastikas in video games in Germany. Yeah, so like swastikas themselves, like there isn't a law specifically about like a swastika in like in the UK, but it's about like hate speech and imagery and stuff, and like number of dresses due to the nature of the materials we recovered. This is a matter, of course, and it very much remains important that all avenues are explored to establish the extent of the crimes committed. Where was it? Oh. All 9 were arrested this morning on suspicion of Section 18 Public Order Act offenses, which includes displaying written material which is threatening, abusive, or insulting, intended to stir up racial hatred. So so the swastika like falls under that. So there's nothing specific about it, but it's that the Public Order Act offenses So displaying written material which is threatening, abusive, or insulting intended to stir up racial hatred. There's a new clause for a few years now. Yeah, like because there's something that they like implemented that had to do with stuff specifically on the internet. So ridiculous. Oh God, we're having a 2-minute silence for remembrance of VE Day tomorrow. What's the betting of a bunch of muzzies will be burning a British flag at the same time and nothing will be done about it? For real. I just the thing is, like, it's one thing if it's something that you find to be offensive, right? All right, you don't like it, whatever. You want, if you're in that bar and the people are sitting next to you, they have that cake and you're like, I don't want to be around that. I want to move tables or whatever. I think you have the right to do that. That's fine. But having like even if the bar owner was like, look, we don't want that in here. Please take the cake out of here or you guys can leave. Like, fine. Do I fully agree with that decision? No, but do I think that like everybody in that situation has the right to do that? Yeah, I think the people that want to have a cake with a Nazi symbol or whatever on it, they have the right to do that. And if somebody's uncomfortable and doesn't want to sit next to them, they have the right to do that. I think the bar owner, that's their business. If they want to have that cake removed or the people removed, they're allowed to do that as well. It's getting arrested and investigated. That's the part that just blows my mind. It blows my mind. Even a citation, like, no. The only time that the police should have been called is if they were asked to leave and then they didn't. That's it. I can't even. Woo! I need to get out of the UK. Will anyone in chat let me move in with them, please? All right, everybody. Does anybody have an extra room for Vengeance Demon to get out of the UK? Please help. I bet those folks won't even get crowdfunding like Shiloh. Which is wild because to me, that's something that's way more important than some lady that put herself in a sticky situation. I mean, don't get me wrong. I feel words need to stop having so much power over people. I think that we really need to rethink like the way that everybody's being treated in general, but like also that word just shouldn't matter. I guess I'm fully fatigued on everything. Like I don't care about anyone or anything anymore at all. I'm done. So her saying that word, I'm like, whatever. Who cares? Why do you care? Why did you care? Why did you care so much? You creep. But again, on the flip side, man, it's not gonna end. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. It's gonna get rough. Should have thought of that before all this. Like, I don't want to have to hop onto GoFundMe and ask people to send me money to protect my family because I did something stupid. I'd rather be prepared first. Like, all right, I already have this $500,000. Here I go. But like when it comes to like something like that, I mean, again, especially when you know the laws out there, like, dude, You really thought you were going to get away. Like out here, I mean, I think most people wouldn't care unless you're somewhere in King County. And then people be like super uncomfortable. Somebody, depending on who's out there, somebody might get violent or whatever, but no one's getting arrested and investigated. That's what makes me like so sick for all of this is like the cops investigated. They're entering these people's homes and investigating them over a cake. And Steph, the alternator, was even saying she has her political nerds channel, and she was saying like she could actually get arrested for the stuff that she says, and she's literally just criticizing her government, and was saying like if there's a chance like legal ramifications could occur. That in itself right there, human beings deserve to be able to criticize their government. They have to live under their government. They should be allowed to criticize that government if they have to live under those laws. Hold on, the dogs are dogging. The doogies are dogging. Hey, I want your money. Give me your money. Super chat. Super chat. Give me all your money. 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 I want your money. Give me your money. I want your money. Give me your money. I want your money. Give me your money.
I wish somebody were funding me. I'm poor.
Hey, I want your money. Give me your money. I forgot it was on loop. Sorry. Ooh. Yeah, this is why I love America. I hope it never gets that stupid here. It better never get that stupid here, or else I am gonna have to. I have to join the military. We have to start putting up some fights. I'm gonna have I'm gonna have to get a tank or two. All people interested in conservative, controversial content should live in the United States. Well, conservative content should not be controversial, first of all. Like that in itself sounds insane to me. But it's also like if these other countries are actually free, then they should be allowed to have interest in conservative content if they want to. So those countries are not free. Ooh. I find it to be absolutely insane to think that, like, unless you are an absolute insane leftist, like, okay, if you have kids, you need at least one trans kid, and then like you have to be non-binary or whatever. Like, you have to follow this whole like ideology, and if you don't, you have to believe in slavery, but you mask it as like, well, no, we just need the illegal immigrants to pick the blueberries or whatever. Like, what? There's machinery for that. The farmers have machinery. What? Like they don't treat illegal immigrants like slaves. And why are you encouraging that? That's crazy. I don't think that that's moral or acceptable at all. Yeah, a lot of it is machines now. A lot of it's machines now. Like, you have people that operate machinery, but they're not hand picking berries for us. In fact, a lot of times, depending on what fruit or what produce is in season, white people will pay the farmer money to go to their property and pick their produce for themselves. Like, hey, here's $50. Can I just wander around and like pay and pick my own produce? Like, yeah, that happens. It's true. So really, that's a terrible point. Well, it's the same thing with the whole housekeeper thing too. Who's gonna clean your toilets, Donald Trump? There are plenty of people out there who need jobs. In fact, when I was in beauty school, I went to school with multiple white women who were U.S. citizens, whose day job was doing housekeeping services. Oh, yes. They were making U.S. citizen wages instead of illegal immigrant wages. Oh my God. How did their business survive? Because it's a fucking business. If you don't have enough, business, guess what? If you don't have enough money, also, if you don't have enough money to pay people to work for you, and you're not willing to do that work, then I don't think you need a business. I don't think you're good at running a business. You either need to pay your people a proper wage to waste 40 hours a week for you. Okay, that's your first option. Second option, do it your damn self or shut the business down. You're obviously not making enough money. There you go. You're welcome. Glad I could help. Immigrants are already using it here. Some say my child is trans and would be in Arab countries up to and including death, and are allowed to stay even though they should have been deported a long time ago. What? I'm confused. I am confusion. Business and finance with Courtney. I know. Listen, I know that economics isn't my thing, but you know what? It's not AOC's either, and she was an economic major, okay? So I was saying a lot of companies have like really turned themselves into shit because of the way things have been operating over the last like 30 or so years. I mean, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I watched like in real time. I had a boss who, and I was working like just like some entry level job, right? And I was very poor and had like some tattered clothes, a dress, kind of a little bit of a hobo. I didn't even brush my hair, okay? But my boss would one day was saying like, "Oh, your pants are like torn at the bottom. Normally I would have sent you home for that." And I was like, "Well, why don't you?" And he was like, "Well, we need you here." And I watched him like because a lot of people would even say like, 10 years ago, he would have run the store by himself and made everybody go home and come back when they were like properly dressed and whatever. He was very hard on people and he has let go of that a lot. And at first I thought like, oh, maybe he's just starting to like lighten up a little bit. Like maybe he's just realizing like, this is just how it is. But I think part of it was really like, he was realizing more and more like, I can't expect this out of them because I pay them $7 an hour. How can I can't expect them to have their clothes looking a certain way. I can't expect them to have a functional car that gets them to work every single day because I don't pay them enough money to do that. I have to expect them to be late or miss a shift because their car isn't working. I have to expect them to show up looking a little bit of a mess because I don't pay them enough money for them to wear, untattered clothes. I don't pay them enough money to buy new pants if they get torn at the bottoms or whatever. And I think that it just shows like, obviously when companies are focusing more on how do we save money? How do we not sink so much money into the people who fucking work here? and, hang on to enough for the higher ups in their ivory towers so that they can get their 7th yacht and 14th vacation home and all this stuff. The companies just started falling apart left and right. And so personally, as a person who experienced that, I think also it's just really funny too when people go like, oh, these jobs, like you don't have to do anything. You just like, bag products for them, or you just stock some shelves. No. First of all, human interaction, because that was a big thing too when I was working at this particular place, was they had a huge problem with customer service. And I'm like, yeah, you have a problem with customer service because A, you hire anybody off the street. B, you don't pay anybody enough to care about this fucking job. You're actually not paying them what the job actually entails. Sure. Oh, collecting cards, sweeping the floor at night, blah, blah, whatever. Like, yeah, there's basics, but like actually interacting with people on a regular basis and putting up with like the idiots of the world day in, day out. And like these, and people just being absolute assholes and just trying to accommodate everybody the best that you can. Not an easy task. Not an easy task. Not when you're doing it in basic retail, not when you're doing it making coffee, not when you're doing it in sales. It's not that easy. So to think that that's only worthy of a couple bucks an hour is kind of fucked up. Like anybody who has that type of commentary is like, oh, it's just anybody can do it. Then you do it. I know that you haven't. I want you to do it, and I want you to live off of those wages. When you're too focused, when you're too stressed out because you can't pay your bills because you're not getting paid enough to pay your bills, you don't give a shit about anything going on with the people that are coming at you, screaming at you every day. You don't. I mean, those jobs that I used to work, I used to very much take pride in the work that I did. And I worked way too hard for the money that I earned. Way too hard. I should have been making at least double what I was making. And even that wouldn't have been enough, really. I worked very fucking hard. And yeah, I'm actually rather resentful towards those places. I think that I should have been making way more money. I shouldn't have had to get a second job to make ends meet and then still struggle to make ends meet. Even like, especially like when I didn't even have a car, I didn't have to pay for gas, insurance, car payment, nothing. And still was struggling. Not okay, dude. But that's only worth like $15 an hour now. Yeah, I learned, especially at my last job, I just learned like, you know what? Working hard is never easy. No. I just learned like, you know what? I don't actually fucking I don't care if I ever work for a person ever again. Don't care about you or this company until I am the millionaire. Don't fucking care. Why would you think that I should care? Why? I have to pee again. This is bullshit. If they pay you well, you treat them right. Well, and honestly, a lot of times, like, you could get away with paying a little bit less and actually just have like providing a decent experience, like working experience for them. And they'll treat you right. But I've worked at places where I was not making very much money, and also it was a horrible work environment. I'm like, who the fuck would stick around here? This is awful. This is terrible. Why would anyone like this at all? Everything is expensive now. It's really disheartening. Oh yeah. Even like when I was making pretty decent money, I remember having like a pretty decent setup at the time, but I was looking to move out, and I was looking at places, and I was like, even though I'm making like better money than entry level positions, like by actually kind of a long shot, this is still terrible. I can't actually just get a 1-bedroom apartment. It's gonna like drain my bank account. This is absolutely insane. So, and then of course, when I asked for a raise, they didn't even meet me halfway. So I said, well, bye. Yeah, this is exactly why everyone just wants to be influencers and BS these days. Yeah. Nobody wants to actually, and what's funny is it was almost 10 years ago now. I remember I was working at the mall and I was walking past Jamba Juice and they had a sign up on the door that said, we can't open because we don't have anybody working, basically. Like nobody was working that shift, so they couldn't open. Everybody called out. Nobody was there. I think they were already short staffed and something, but nobody wanted to work there because they weren't paying enough money for people to want to work there. How are you going to make money at your business if nobody's running your business? Like, do you want to end up, netting a little bit less money because you're paying a few extra dollars an hour to the people, the face of your fucking company, the people that work there? Or do you want to close your business down because nobody wants to work there and now you make no money? Wait, that's a thing? I can't make money if I don't run my business? It's wild. Yeah. And again, like, oh, I'm sorry, but if you bigwigs were so worthy of your millions that you're making, why the fuck aren't you rolling up your sleeves and blending up some oranges for me? Hello, I thought this was your company. I thought you were taking care of this shit. If you're actually that great at running this show, you do not tell me that you deserve even a first home, okay? Not even a second home, not even a vacation, not even a yacht. You don't deserve a home or a car, okay? Let alone the millions that you make in your little ivory fucking tower. If one of your locations is having an issue and you can't get on the next flight out there, roll up your sleeves and do the fucking work. No, you're not worthy. You are not worthy. That's not how this works. I would never be running a company where I couldn't step in and go, okay, I guess, we're short staffed. I got to do this. Mm-mm. Why the fuck? Why are you even there? Can Americans here tell me why an awful statue of a black woman has popped up in Times Square? We don't know either. Okay. And a lot of people, try to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about or whatever, but like, I don't know. Last I checked, if you can't open your business, then people can't give you money. Therefore, you can't make money. So like, again, you need to be able to do it yourself or pay somebody properly to do it. Stop giving all of your profits to investors and just use a little bit more of that for the people that are actually investors. Do you think you what? Huh? Investors, do you think you deserve the money that you're getting from those companies? Not unless you can roll up your sleeves and fucking get behind the counter every once in a while when shit's hitting the fan, then no. I think that's what needs to happen is investors need to actually work like one day a month at the companies that they invest in. I've been at my job for 3 years. I have to train new hires now because of my experience, but they refuse to give me more money. I don't want to train people at all. Yeah, that's actually something that like a light bulb kind of went off for me a while back. Like, you know, when I was brand new and I would get trained by, you know, a coworker, like when I was a little kid, when I was like a teenager and stuff, it didn't cross my mind like how kind of, I guess, weird that was. But then like I got, you know, I worked at a couple of different other places and like the training was always a smidge different or whatever. But I just kept thinking like, wait a minute. How come managers aren't ensuring that proper training is in place? Like, especially there was one job I had where I basically was the fucking boss. And I was very resentful for how little I was getting paid for how much work I was doing. And I was like, these people have managers in their titles and they're coming to me and essentially having me do their job for them. This is really fucked up. Like I am managing managers. Why is my job title not reflecting that? Why is my pay not reflecting that? This is bullshit. Like your managers need to learn how to manage a staff or you should fire them because your admin should not be the manager. Enough grown-up chat. WrestleMania. Every place I've worked, I had to learn on the job because the managers are overworked and don't have the time. Every place I've ever worked, the managers claimed that they were overworked and didn't have the time, but they just wanted to sit around and do nothing. Okay, I have to pee again. Hold on. I broke the seal, you guys. This is terrible. Okay, we'll do this because it'll be quick. If you have a birthday if you had a birthday, this is a birthday song. Okay. You can clip this and save this for yourself for another day. Save this for your own birthday, whenever your birthday is. Okay. I haven't warmed up. I apologize. I'm nervous now. Happy birthday to you. This is your day. And on this day for you, we're going to love you in every way. This is your day, your day. Happy birthday to you, to you, to you, to you, to you. Happy birthday to you. You're still young. Age is just a number. Don't you stop having fun. This is your day, your day. Happy birthday to you, to you, to you, to you, to you. All right. Clip it, save it for your birthday, and then thank me when it happens. You can clip this and save this for yourself for another day. Save this for your own birthday, whenever your birthday is, okay? I keep forgetting that it's on loop. And here is Chungus, ready for kisses yet again. I bet Hitler listened to your birthday song for his 136. I hope he did. Happy birthday, Peepaw. I really do need to get rid of some of these.
South Africa? Elon Musk were here right now. What would you tell him?
Go back where you come from.
America or
Where he came from.
South Africa?
South Africa?
South Africa, right?
Oh, gotta go.
Elon Musk were here right now, what would you tell him?
Go back where you come from.
America or
Where he came from.
South Africa?
South Africa?
South Africa, right?
Oh, gotta go.
Oh, lady. Oh, gotta go. It's funny to me, like, why does it matter if it was Africa that he was from? I love you. You're so sweet. Choo-choo. You're good, baby. No, gotta go with my new exit strategy. Go back to Africa, white devil. Yeah, that's no, gotta go. Yeah, I don't really understand the issue there. Why does it matter that it was Africa? Where did she think he came? I want to know where she thought he came from.
That may be a moot point.
All right. It is one. We're off the record.
Witness, we're asking for sequestration, but that may be a moot point.
All right. It is one. All right. We're off the record.
Man. It's good every time. I love her. No, bitch, but yeah, he's just like, whatever. It's this happens sometimes. Okay, let's talk about this actually. I mean, I brought it up earlier. But and I am intrigued. I might have to look more into this, but okay, so Weezer bassist Scott Schreiner's wife was shot by cops and then booked for attempted murder. This is crazy. Say it ain't so. Oh, thank you. The wife of Weezer bassist Scott Schreiner was shot by cops and booked for attempted murder, the Post can confirm. The incident went down on Tuesday in the Eagle Rock neighborhood of Los Angeles. Okay. The chaotic scene outside the house. Cops responded to a request for backup in locating 3 misdemeanor hit and run suspects who fled a freeway crash scene and ran into a residential neighborhood around 3:25 p.m. per an LAPD press release. While officers were searching for the suspects, they observed a female who was later identified as Schreiner's wife, Jillian Schreiner, 51, armed with a handgun outside her residence. Police said they yelled for her to drop the gun numerous times, but she refused. Jillian then pointed the handgun at the officers and opened fire. Oh my God. Whoa. So police fired shots and struck her with at least one bullet. While the LAPD confirms that the musician's wife was hit by gunfire, she was struck in the shoulder. Cops said Jillian retreated into her residence after being struck, but later came outside with another female identified as the family's babysitter and was taken into custody. The self-described rock wife, that's embarrassing, was transported to a local hospital by Los Angeles Fire Department paramedics, where she was treated for a non-life-threatening gunshot wound. Police also disclosed they recovered a 9mm handgun from her home. Jillian has several photos at the firing range. Fucking who cares? Who cares if she goes to the firing range? That's stupid. Jillian has since been booked for attempted murder. LAPD also shared that no officers or any of the community members were hurt during the incident and confirmed that Jillian was not involved in the earlier hit and run. What? Well, then she wasn't involved in the hit and run. Well, then what? Well, who was involved in the hit and run? Why were they targeting her then? The Post has reached out to Weezer and Jillian's reps and the LAPD for comment. Her representative confirmed she was shot, but would not speak about the details. What? Okay, she wasn't involved in the hit and run. Well, then why did they not go find the person who was? KTLA obtained footage from the crash that caused the manhunt. They also spoke to the eyewitnesses who described watching one of the suspects walk away from the scene. I saw a gentleman walking on the shoulder, so my brother and I went over and assumed that he was leaving the scene of an accident. She claimed that she and her brother chased after him, and when they did, the male tried to run to the opposite side of the freeway and fell down. Who cares? Who was involved in the... He was bleeding from his head and his knees. However, that didn't stop him from allegedly jumping over the side of the freeway and down an embankment. I chased him down the side of the freeway. Leave him alone. He had a bag and a sweater. I got his bag. I got his sweater. And me being so old, I couldn't keep up with the guy. I chased him into the park and I lost him. Yeah, so she just so happened to be outside with a gun while cops are looking for 3 hit and run suspects that ran off the freeway. She had nothing to do with them. Did the cops find the suspects? She got a gun to protect herself, but why not put the gun down when the cops showed up? What I want to know is like, why, if those cops were the ones that were responding to the hit and run, why the fuck were they in her neighborhood and stopping her? She should have pretended to be on the phone using a wet wipe. It worked for that other woman. Did it though? She did get arrested. Oh, wait, one of the hit and run people broke into her house, so she turned a gun on him, but then the cop showed up, so she turned the gun on the cops. Well, that's not good. Okay, free her. Wonder if there's any updates. Okay, looks like we have a so wife of Weezer bassist appears in court in LAPD shooting. Case charges not yet filed. Wife of Weezer bassist Scott Schreiner, who was shot and injured by LA police and arrested on suspicion of attempted murder after pointing a gun at officers, appeared in court on Wednesday. Jillian Schreiner was released after posting $1 million bond. The shooting happened in Eagle Rock last month when the LAPD was assisting California Highway Patrol officers in their search for 3 suspects in a hit and run on the 134 freeway. Police released body cam video last week showing the moment officers opened fire on the 51-year-old author. Footage shows Schreiner walking out of a home, armed with a gun, as police searched for the suspects. Police allege the footage shows Schreiner firing her gun at officers. During Wednesday's hearing, prosecutors say they were waiting on evidence from investigators to decide on charges. The matter remains under investigation, and we are working with all of the law enforcement agencies on this case, which has not been formally presented to the district attorney's office for filing consideration. Read a statement from the DA's office. Ms. Schreiner remains out of custody on bond. A formal case presentation is anticipated within the week. Our officer will make a filing decision shortly thereafter. LAPD released a 911 call made after the shooting, which appears to show Schreiner believed she was being shot at by one of the suspects. There were 3 men. She says there were 3 men, and one of them shot her, and the cops are looking for him right now. They have their guns out. Schreiner is heard in the background saying, I had my gun. And he said, put the gun down, put the gun down. I said, put down your expletive gun. And then he shot me. Schreiner was not among the hit and run suspects, but while pursuing one of them who had reportedly been running through a backyard, police came upon Schreiner. She was hit by police gunfire in the shoulder area and fled into her home. She was later taken into custody and transported to a hospital. Schreiner is the author of 2 best-selling memoirs. My Life in a Harem. Oh, geez. She seems kind of stupid to me, but yeah, the guy was breaking into her house. He fled from the scene and was trying to break into her house. So yeah, if you try to break into my house, you're getting shot. She shouldn't have hesitated. She should have just shot him, first of all. Secondly, like, does she not know the difference between the cops and like not the cops? Like, were they all undercover and not in their police cruisers or what? Because like, I feel like she saw them when they got out of their cruisers. I thought. 2 + 2 = 7 in this case. Something weird is going on. Did someone say harem? She apparently was in a harem. Hi, Penelope. Hi. Hi, Juju. No, come here. Come here, honey. Okay, so Penelope is not interested as usual. She alleged that she was shot by them, but the report says the cops shot her in the shoulder. Yeah, so apparently in that article, she was saying, okay, wait, hold on. Let me pull this back up. Like, it sounds almost as if she thought that the cops were the bad guys or something. So, because it says LAPD released the 911 call made after the shooting, which appears to show Schreiner believed she was being shot at by one of the suspects. There were 3 men. She says there were 3 men, and one of them shot her, and the cops are looking for him right now. The 911 caller says they have their guns out. Did AI write this article? Well, it's not actually giving credit to anyone. I can't tell if she's dumb or like if she was just confused. I'm starting to wonder if the person who wrote this is dumb. Hold on, let's see. Okay, so this one says that a human wrote it. This is actually giving credit to a human. I don't know if that human actually exists, but Andrew Blankenstein. Oh. Okay, newly released police footage shows a best-selling author and wife of Weezer's bassist armed with a handgun as she was confronted by LA Police Department officers for searching her Eagle Rock neighborhood for a trio of hit-and-run suspects earlier this month. Put the gun down. Hey, put the gun down. Officers are heard saying in the body cam video as they looked over a backyard fence and saw Jillian Schreiner. Lay the gun down, officers yelled repeatedly. Ma'am, put the gun down. Ma'am, we're trying to help you. Officers repeatedly identified themselves as police and told Schreiner she could be shot if she doesn't put the gun down. One officer is heard in the video saying, she just pointed it, not at us, but she just lifted it up. Seconds later, another officer says, oh, she racked it. Gunfire followed immediately. LAPD says 2 officers fired and wounded Schreiner in the shoulder. No officers were injured. At least 8 gunshots could be heard in the recording. Holy shit, what is this, like Attack of the Stormtroopers? 8 shots are fired and only 1 hits. Wait, why does this article have 3 writers attached? What? So the thing that I find to be insane, though, is that she didn't call the police before, right? Because my first thought is, someone's breaking into my house. Yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my defense weapons ready, right? And then you grab the phone. And you go on the phone and you go, hey, somebody's breaking into my house and I have to shoot them. But that's what you should do. Was what you do. Someone's breaking into my house and I am going to shoot them. Because what's also weird here is that the person that was breaking into the house or tried to break into the house, well, they were gone. So she thought they came back because they weren't there. She had to have seen them leave. So she saw them leave, still didn't call the police, mind you. So she's not calling police when she needs to call police, but then she calls police. Well, wow, the police are there. Something really there. This is really weird. Hold on a second. Well, I guess that means it's a song and a jiggle.
Oh, was that another? That was amazing.
So, yeah, just a little lesson for you, okay? If you are going to use a firearm, don't wait until after the cops have shot you to call the police. Call 911 right away and let them know someone's breaking into my house. I have to shoot them. Like something very bizarre is happening here. Ugh. And it happened in California. I don't know who anyone's going to side with because they hate guns, but they also hate the cops. No footage from the officers? No, the footage was released. We're just not watching it. Like the screenshots of the images of you seeing her like wandering with the guns, like that's like body cam footage. I'm pretty sure it was body cam footage, right? I mean, it's saying newly released police video. Oh God, do we want to watch this? Usually that stuff happens in Florida. Yeah, that's true. All right, let's see here.
Provide you with information about an officer-involved shooting that occurred, features related to the case, so you can have a better understanding of what occurred based on what we know right now. The LAPD conducts
I'm scared of this woman.
To a California Highway Patrol, CHP, request for assistance.
Are on an accident eastbound 134, just west of Figueroa, and one of the drivers took for the turn.
Okay, hold on. On the 130.
Okay, so this is the call about the hit and run.
That angle. The angle of the camera prohibits viewers from seeing everything the officers saw and experienced. Upon activation, both audio
Oh, there we go. My vengeance demon. Have a good night.
I see him.
Moments later, nearby residents informed an officer on the perimeter that they had seen one of the suspects in their backyard jumping into a neighbor's yard.
Hey, sir. He's in the backyard? Where is he at right now? In the other yard? Okay. Do you still see him? Hey. Yeah, I guess he went out the other side on Eagle Vista. What does he look like?
Black shorts, white top, blue shorts, natural hair.
11X38 is requesting a unit on Eagle Vista 1 east of Waldo.
X-ray officers reporting that the suspect is last seen eastbound on Eagle Vista from Waldo from the resident's backyard. It's going to be a male black, white shirt, blue shorts.
Yeah. We have units right now going the other side.
Be about to jump into the resident's backyard.
Shortly thereafter, a CHP officer entered a residence in the 5300 block of Waldo Place, where one of the suspects had last been seen, and the officers followed to provide backup.
Can one of you back me to go into this house? Yeah. There's a homeowner that came out. He wants us to. Hey, sir. Hey, give me 1 second. The house right now. Yeah. I think we just go in there.
Just go in?
Hey, wait.
Switch over to one of the Claymars channels, the mutual aid channel, so that you guys all talking on the same frequency.
While in the rear yard of that residence, the officer saw a woman in an adjacent rear yard armed with a handgun.
Yeah, they definitely weren't hiding that they were cops.
That woman was later identified as Jillian Schreiner.
That's fine.
The officers gave
Okay.
Schreiner repeated verbal commands to drop the.
Just show me the video footage.
Put the gun down! What?
Hey, hold the frequency. We got out of the suspect.
I have an armed resident at the address. Hey, put the gun down! Put it down! Put it down on the ground! Put it down on the ground! Help call for a 450 female with a gun. We'll be behind the residence. Lay the gun down! Lay the gun down! We got one that goes, we got an armed suspect. Shoot up! Man, put the gun down! Put the gun down! Put the gun down! She's walking away. Party's walking away. Yeah. She's armed. Black hair, black pants.
Okay, she's walking away, so
Put the gun down! Yeah, she looks like gun. Man, put the gun down, okay?
yeah, so they think she's the suspect. I thought they knew that they were chasing a male, right? So they're totally not focusing, especially when they said she's walking away. Okay, she's walking away, because it's one thing if you decide to walk away and they're a person, no matter whether they're a suspect that you're chasing or not, is pointing a gun at you. Yeah, you need to make sure that you defuse that situation. Sure, but you know that's not your suspect. You know that. You fucking know that. You know that she was in her home and she was walking into her own backyard. Yeah, from the way she was walking around, it's apparent she's not looking to do anything to anyone. Yeah, she was surveying her own property. She's wandering around her property because she's like, "Hey, what the fuck is going on in my backyard?" How convenient! They're next to the fence. We can't see shit. I know. As soon as they said she's walking away, they should have been like, "Okay, let's go find our suspect."
Do you have cover?
This is not. No one handled any of this very well.
Yeah, I can't see her right now. The gun's not up. Yeah, we're trying to help you. Put the gun down. Come on with your hands up.
Drop the gun. You're gonna get shot. You're getting shot. It's the police. Drop the gun. Drop the gun.
We have one at gunpoint. They were armed with the gun. Put the gun down! Hey, what is she? I can't see from. What is she doing right now?
Oh, why can't you see, officer?
Not enough, but she just lifted it up.
Some stormtrooper shit. Yeah, they're escalating for no reason. The following is body-worn video from the partner officer who responded to this incident.
Put the gun down. Hey, hold the frequency. We got eyes on the suspect. Hey, ASAP, we got eyes on the suspect. We're in the rear residence of.
You do not have eyes on the suspect. That's not the suspect. Oh my God. So this guy thinks that it's this. Does he think that this is the hit and run suspect?
Put it down! Put it down! Put it down! Put it down! Lay the gun down! Hey, he has a gun. Do that! Put the gun down! Put the gun down! Walk away.
Behind a fence on a private property. That's going to be a lawyer's wet dream. Yeah, this is fucked up.
Hey, it's a female Hispanic, long gray shirt, black hair, black pants. She has a gun in her hand. Put the gun down! What's that gun? Yeah, put the gun down, okay? Yeah. Need a play, hey. Don't do that. Yeah, I can't see you right now. You don't shut up. I'm trying to help you. Yeah, put the gun down.
This is terrible.
You're gonna get shot. You're getting shot. It's the police. Drop the gun. Drop the gun.
Okay, so we basically already watched all this.
Yeah. Redeploy here. You only have one eye. God, I can't see you right now. You don't shut up. We're trying to help you.
It looks like that location's gonna be Eagle Vista. The long driveway up in the middle, kind of at the top of the hill between Waldo Place and Eagle Vista.
So this is her security footage of her going, hey, what the fuck's going on? So
fled into her residence. Here is an additional 911 call made after the officer-involved shooting.
Oh, there were 3 men. She says there were 3 men, and one of them shot her, and the cops are looking for him right now. They have their guns out, and, like, I don't know if they found him yet or not, but they told me to not look out the window, so I'm not doing that.
So he's not in your yard. You don't know that he's there?
Well, he was in my yard because that's where he shot her.
Oh, okay.
He shot from the other side? Okay, he shot from the other side of the gate.
Other side, I had my gun.
Okay.
And he said, put down that gun, put down that gun. I said, put down your fucking gun.
Oh,
and
okay.
then he shot me.
Okay, that's what happened, I guess. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a gun.
So you guys don't know where he went?
Okay, babe, just please breathe, okay? Okay, how long do you think until someone can be here?
Well, the officers are looking for this man. That's why I'm asking. Do you know where he went?
I have no idea
does
where
anyone
he
know
went.
where
Where
the
was
actual
he
suspects
when
are? No.
When you got shot?
There are 3 men out.
Yeah, she thinks the cop think she's a suspect. She thinks the cops are the suspect. Yeah. So nobody knows where the suspects are, the actual suspects. The cops decided to zero in on her after knowing that she basically was the opposite of the description of the suspect. They were looking for a black man. She is a white woman. But apparently they decided that even though they were There are people, not only were the suspects going through different people's backyards, but the cops are now going through their backyards as well. Nobody's allowed to be a little bit suspicious about what's going on in their backyard and come out and go, hey, what the fuck? Do I need to call the police because what's going on? No, none of us. We just have to sit here quietly in our house and let our backyards get fucked up and not worry about it at all. Get out of here with that.
At the other side of this fence here.
Okay.
Approximately 1 hour after the officer-involved shooting, Schreiner exited her residence and was taken into custody without further incident. Here is additional body-worn video from one of the officers involved in the incident.
Hey, she's shot. She's shot on her arm. Do you want to cuff her? Do you want me to cuff her? Okay.
She was shot and you're going to cuff her. Wow.
One of the 3 initial suspects wanted for the hit and run was ultimately detained by CHP officers a short distance away. He was subsequently questioned and released.
Oh my God.
CHP investigators will be submitting the hit and run case for filing consideration against this suspect. It was later determined that Schreiner was not involved in the initial hit and run incident and actually lived at the residence she was seen at.
Yeah, no
Los
shit.
Angeles Fire Department paramedics responded and transported Schreiner to a local hospital to be treated for the gunshot wound she sustained as a result of the officer-involved shooting. While there, medical staff determined that Schreiner would require extended treatment and admittance to the hospital. Investigators recovered a Glock 9mm handgun Schreiner was armed with, as well as a spent cartridge casing at scene, and booked them as evidence.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Schreiner was absentee booked for attempted murder. She was subsequently released from custody after posting bail and is scheduled back to court on April 30th, 2025. Jillian Schreiner is a 51-year-old resident of Los Angeles.
In the next several months, the LAPD will continue to investigate and analyze this incident. We will
Why?
continue interviewing any new witnesses that may come forward and complete any forensic tests. After the investigation is complete, our Critical Incident Review Division will forward their findings to the Chief of Police, who will make his recommendation to the Civilian Board of Police Commissioners. The board will evaluate the evidence to determine whether the officer's tactics, drawing and exhibiting a weapon, and use of deadly force in this instance complied with LAPD policy and met the high standards expected of all LAPD officers. Additionally, the Office of the Inspector General conducts a parallel and independent review of the investigation and will provide its recommendations to the board. If you would like more information on how the LAPD investigates all serious uses of force, visit lapdonline.org, where you can find the LAPD's use of force policy and procedures.
LAPDonline.org. Yeah, we'll have to look into that. Holy crap. 1 second. The dogs are being dogs again. Just 1 second. Hey, I want your money. Give me your money. Super chat. Super chat. Give me all your money. 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 I want your money. Give me your money. I want your money. Give me your money. I want your money. Give me your money.
I wish somebody were funding me. I'm poor.
Okay. Okay, so that was like, at first I thought everyone was just kind of an idiot, but no, it turns out just the cops. The cops were. Chief of Police is going to quietly demand the charges are dropped, no disciplinary actions against the officers. Yeah, it's going to be. Defund the police. We need to defund those police, that's for sure. What in the fuck was that? They decided to just stop searching for the suspect because a woman was protecting her property. Waco, Ruby Ridge, Weezer's bassist wife. That's actually really hard to say, but yeah. Why? I'm not gonna lie. I went into that whole situation expecting her to be like kind of a maniac. The idea that she's charged with attempted murder. She was charged with attempted murder. Attempted murder. The fact that like attempted murder. What? Yes. The LAPD as a whole needs to be retrained. This is she didn't even point her gun in their general direction. Well, apparently she did fire. She fired first. I don't know what direction she fired, but oh geez. I'm doing Meg Guinevere with the super sticker. Thank you. They didn't identify themselves as police until after the fact. She thought they were the suspects. Yeah, exactly. Like she just in that police call where she clearly stated that it was the suspect because she thought it was the suspect. They were hiding behind that fence because that was the one thing. And I was like, well, wait a minute. Didn't they know? Didn't she like see them like in the police cruisers or something? But no, it was because their police cruisers were out front. They went to the neighbor's house. And remember, when they were approaching the neighbor's house, they're like, we should just go in. No, sir, you should not. And then they were in the neighbor's backyard. So their cruisers weren't even, because there was the backyards that were butted up against each other, right? So their police cruisers were out front the other way. They weren't out in front of her house. They were in front of the other people's house on the other side, like her neighbor behind her. So she had no idea that the cops were in her neighborhood. And then they hid behind that fence. Not a single one of them, they didn't even identify themselves as the police until way later. And after like there was a ton of chaos, when they saw her, she didn't point her gun. They were just like, oh, she has a gun. All they had to do right then when they saw the gun was say, hey, we're the police. We're looking for the suspect that's been running through people's backyards. We're trying to help you. But they didn't. Instead, they immediately drop your weapon. You can't do that. They don't know who you are, you idiot. You're hiding behind a fence. Like they couldn't see like the outfits they were wearing. She couldn't see their badges, nothing. Nothing that like clearly indicated that they were police. They were hiding behind a fence. And none of them took that into consideration. That's a problem. Maybe they're using the charges to use it as leverage once she ultimately files a lawsuit to say, we'll drop the charges if you drop yours, sorry, thing, and we'll go our separate ways. Maybe. Yeah, she does need to sue the crap out of them, though. Man. Yeah, if someone's yelling at me to drop my gun, I can't identify who you are. I'm not dropping my gun. Exactly. Like, I'm all for, like, if the police are saying drop your weapon, in most circumstances, I'd be like, well, okay, yeah, if you drop your weapon, like, you should be okay, right? In most circumstances. But if I don't know you're the fucking police, then how am I supposed to trust that I can just drop my weapon? Hello? Especially if you're already pointing a gun at me. No, you're going to. You show that body cam to any jury, they're going to acquit. Oh, yeah. So, like, okay, you tell us, oh, we'll drop the charges if you drop your lawsuit. No, we're taking this to trial then. You tell me any jury is going to side with that when they see that, like, the body, you're hiding behind a fence? You have no footage other than her own security footage that she should not have turned over. So without her security footage, all we had was footage of you hiding behind a fence. Hi, Backhand. Hello. Hi, Andrew Thomas. Hello. That's insane. I can't believe that happened. I was really expecting her to be like a maniac. I was really thinking like, okay, yeah, we're going to get like attempted murder. Attempted murder. I really thought I was going to be siding with the cops. Especially with how fucked up LA is. They arrest her, but let the actual person involved in the hit and run go. That right there is nuts. She got arrested for attempted murder, but the person who was involved in the hit and run was released. So why did you even bother chasing after him in the first place? If you were just going to let them go? Why did you even care? None of this would have happened. If you were just going to let him go, then you shouldn't have chased after him. If you should have just let him go on his merry way. Holy shit. I'm getting tired. I am speechless. Yeah, yet again, I did not think that was going to be, that did not end up going the way I expected it to. All these fucking dogs. Stop barking. Did you see the video of the raccoon trying to smoke meth pipe during a police stop? Yeah, we watched it like a couple hours ago. We watched it at the top of the show. You weren't here for that? My neck hurts.
Allegedly used to smoke crystal meth. A patrolman noticed something unusual in the passenger seat of her SUV. A raccoon holding a pipe allegedly used to smoke crystal methamphetamine.
The raccoon has her meth pipe.
As what? Oh my God.
Her meth pipe. He's playing with the meth pipe right now. No, don't reach for it. That's evidence now.
After Victoria Vidal Page was arrested on the outstanding warrant, her mother told the officers that the raccoon is their pet and his name is Chewy. When the officer took the pipe away from Chewy, the pet grabbed another
pipe.
Oh, there's no. He's trying to smoke it.
All right. Thanks.
There's no.
I like this cop a lot because he's laughing through this whole thing. He just this is hilarious to him.
All right. Enough fun and games.
Based on the evidence provided by Chewy, the officer searched the SUV and found a bag containing 7 smaller bags of crystal meth, crack cocaine, and 3 used meth
Do you think they hired him after this?
pipes. Sadly, investigators say it appears Chewy the raccoon had chewed holes in the bags.
Hey, buddy.
Investigators were initially
so
concerned about the health of the
his dumb
raccoon,
face.
but concluded he was unharmed. He was turned over to the Humane Society.
All right. Well, your raccoon gave you away.
Based on the evidence revealed by Chewy, Victoria Vidal Page is now facing charges of.
They're not going to tell us what the charges are, though. Man, that's one thing I need to discuss with my dogs is making sure that they're not ratting me out if the cops are around. Like, don't be fucking don't be giving it away, okay? Frank with the $20 super sticker. Thank you, Frank. Russell Hart. Good thing that's not LA. They would have peanutted him. Oh no. I know that was one thing that I was thinking that would be really sad. It's like, when they had to like take the raccoon away. I was like, where is he going with the raccoon? Cricket's totally ratting you out. Cricket's kind of an asshole. Now, is that a wait? Is that a queef? This? Maybe. Someone take your soundboard away? How dare you? How dare you? WrestleMania. He's dead. Wow. Wow. I might ban you for that one. Little baby raccoon. He was so cute. Well, then I take it that we have people here who missed this. Look at the doogie. A little groundhog. Leave me alone. Get the hell out of here. Boop, boop, boop. Hey, I fucking told you. Get out of here. Bah! I have work to do. Go away. Boop, 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 boop. Oh. He's so pissed. He's just trying to get his shit done. He licks his butt. He's just trying to dig his hole. Leave him alone. Oh, and then no, that's not what I want. We have to do one more thing. God. Hold on a second. All right. All right, let's see if we can get this timing down, all right?
A taste of something else because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court.
Ooh, that one was good.
A taste of something else because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court.
I'm getting good at this. I'm getting really good at this. Okay.
A taste of something else because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court. A taste of something else because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court.
I gotta say. I got the timing on that down. Should I use another sound next time, though? Judge Karen? Well, what was she Karening? What was she Karening? I mean, wasn't she just like saying to that guy who shouldn't have been doing what he was saying or something? Something tells me she had it coming. Oh man. I'm tired. Ooh, I'm getting tired. Judges can be worse than cops. Well, it depends on the situation, but yeah. I agree. She took his bail away and sentenced him to time. Well, was he being a piece of shit? I just have to look into that case. I don't really know anything about it. But I feel like that probably wasn't his first time in front of that judge. Maybe, I don't know. I could be wrong. All right, you guys. So before I go, thank you for reminding me. Guinevere. If you're not subscribed to Zia, I just linked her in the chat. Subscribe to her. I will be. Yeah, my brain's falling apart. On Friday, I will be joining Zia for another episode of Unqualified Experts. So don't miss it. But I will be here. I'll be back again tomorrow. What are we doing? I don't know. I like to imagine him as Nick Ricada, the guy jumping over the attacking the judge. That'd be pretty funny if Nick Ricada did that. Maybe not. I don't know. All right. So tomorrow night, I'll be back. And then after that, I'll be hanging out with Zia on Friday night. So I'm going to go, though, because I'm very, very tired. Can we confirm that? Is there footage from Nick's trial? I don't know. Isabel Alive, thank you for the $2. All right. So on that note, I'm going to head out now. And whatever, I don't know. But again, tomorrow night I shall return for some more chaos. And then of course, don't forget to subscribe to Zia so you can see me on Friday. And all that jazz. And yes, until then, remember, nobody likes to do trust falls alone. Okay, bye. I guess that just means we're having to do this again. Oh, no.
Night is coming to an end. Stars are fading, lights descend. Thank you for this time we spent. Memories shared, hearts well mend. We had such a great time here. Laughter, love, and moments dear. Every smile, every cheer. Now it's time to disappear. Oh, I will miss you till we meet again. Take care, my friend, my heart will stand. Until the day we start anew. Forever hold on nights to you. Walking out until daylight. City's glow turns into night. Hold these moments nice and tight. In my dreams you'll shine so bright. Every goodbye leaves a trace of a night we can't replace. Take care in every space. Till next time we will embrace. Oh, grace, I will miss you till we meet again. Take care, my friend, my heart will stand. Until the day we start anew. Forever hold on nights to you. Only goodbye leaves a trace of a night we can't replace. Take care in every space. Till next time we will embrace.